yesterday. I guess I ran out of room on my phone. Like I said, this is new to me, and I had no idea that that one 30-minute video was going to take like 3 hours to upload. I don't know if anybody has any input. I'm sure they do on how to change that so I can make that easier. That'd be great. But let me get back to my story. Um, I left off where I was handcuffed, not under arrest, basically just kidnapped. That's the truth of it. Handcuffed, thrown in the back of a police car, um, against my will, against my rights. In my world, that doesn't happen. That's not supposed to happen. It's against my constitutional rights. Violation of my rights. Anyhow, I was then driven to Memorial Medical Center in Las Cruces, New Mexico. You should look up that hospital and take a look at their emblem that's up there. It's the Freemason symbol. But you can go look that up for yourself and take a look at it. I was then driven to this hospital, terrified, because of the situation I'm in and what's going on. It's totally within reason and logical that my expression of emotion would be as such, of confusion, terror, being terrified, basically thinking they're going to kill me or something. It was. I just couldn't believe it was happening. But let me finish here or go on. So I was as I'm handcuffed. Remember, not under arrest. I have not done anything. I'm handcuffed still. They take me into the hospital. And as you know, by all rights and by the way things are, I could be sitting here having a heart attack and refuse medical treatment and should be able to stand up and walk out of the hospital. You are not forced to stay at one and get treatment. Okay, even if you need treatment. And let's remember, I haven't hit my head. I haven't cut myself. I'm not in need of medical treatment, okay? But this is not the case I found. This is not the situation I found myself. And I was left handcuffed. I was then handcuffed to a wheelchair in the hall where they proceeded to wheel me into a room and handcuff me to a bed. I was telling them that you can't do this to me, you can't do this to me. And you gotta remember this, I'm in a hospital now, so we got staff in there in the hospital that are just looking at me and they're doing this, they're allowing this. And this is all highly illegal. Well, then I'm thinking I've got to get out of here. I got to get out of here somehow. I don't know what these people are going to do to me. This is crazy. So I tell them I have to go to the bathroom. They don't want to let me go, but I say, well, I will just sit here and pee all over if I've got to go to the bathroom. So they allow me to go to the bathroom, if you can believe that. But they stationed somebody outside the bathroom door, right? So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to break the fire alarm. I'm going to, set up a fire alarm. Well, the fire alarms are almost up on the ceiling of this thick glass. I can't even, there's nothing I can do to even break it. It's like thick glass, and it's almost up on the ceiling. I was like, what is that? I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'm listening, and this person that's been stationed outside the door gets called away for a moment. So I open up that door, and I run for it. And here's the sliding glass doors. And now there's a staff member, this big, tall guy. I don't know if he's a doctor or a nurse, but he's supposed to be a medical profession, in the medical profession, there to help me. And he's like tall. I think he had to have been like 6'8" or something. Bald head, just really creepy. And he's chasing me now. He's chasing me out the doors. It's nighttime. It's got to be 12 o'clock at night now or something, 11:30, I don't know. It was late. I run out the door, and he's chasing me, hollering, hey, hey. And he must have chased me for going on 2 blocks. I get away, right? And I'm like, oh, I got to get away. But then I'm thinking, I don't even know where I'm at. And, I don't know. I'm all turned around. The whole place is strange. Uh, but the next thing I know, there, all of a sudden, I'm seeing police cars with spotlights. Police cars. I mean, more than one. There's like multiple ones, and they're looking for me. And I'm like, what is this? This is like being in. This can't be happening. What is going on here? Why are they hunting me like this? I mean, they were basically hunting me. Like I said, I'm not under arrest. Okay, I'm not in need of medical help. But if I was, I have every right to get up and walk out and refuse it. So you see where I'm going with this, okay? Let me try and make this quick because it took so long to upload before. So, I would say well over an hour went by, and they eventually found me. They ended up finding me. And now there was 3 cop cars to pull up. One of them was a woman. She came up being really friendly at first, but then instantly, it was just the good cop, bad cop thing. It was a trick. And she's like, turn around now. And I'm like, I am not under arrest. You cannot handcuff me and drag me to a hospital. You cannot be doing this. You can't do this to me. And she's like, turn around, just like the others. And she put the handcuffs on even tighter than the male officers did it the first time. I guess I was in 2 police cars. I was thinking I was in 3, but I guess I was in 2. Anyhow, I just remember saying 3 police cars, but I guess I was in 2. Anyways, she also had a woman that was like in the, I don't know what that's about, the Egyptian garb in her passenger seat. They don't talk, they won't say a word, and instantly there's this unit that they slide their hand in, this hand over here. I don't know what that's about, but anyhow, they drove me back to the hospital where I am met with anger. I am by the staff. Anger. I couldn't believe it. The way they, and that tall guy, he's like, oh my God. He's like, get her in that room. They put me in this room. There's a gurney. They handcuff me, or not handcuff, but strap me by my ankles and my wrist to this gurney. I'm like this, strapped down. And it was so tight I could not feel my extremities. This knee is just finally starting to get better because it was like hyperextended. That's how tight they pulled me and strapped me down to this gurney. And I said to that man, the one that chased me, he's the one, and he was mad. I said, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? And I don't mean to sound strange, but this is what he said to me. Because you ran from me. That is what this man said to me, this doctor in this hospital, or this nurse. And I'm laughing because it is, I just want you guys to put yourself in this, think of yourself going to your hospital and what that's like. It's not like this. It's not like this. So they pull me down. He straps me down so tight that I cannot even, my arms are numb, my feet are numb. I'm thinking, my God, all circulation's cut off. I'm crying, I'm begging. There's nurses and everything walking by the door. They're just looking at me. They're all, nothing. It was like just a blank. Like, I'm like, are these people even alive? What is going on here? It was nothing. It was just, it was like looking into black eyes. There was nothing in there. I kept thinking, I kept telling myself, this is a dream. It was like, this has got to be a dream. This can't be real. So you know how when you're in the middle of a nightmare or bad dream and you wake up. That's what I kept doing because I'm like, this has got to be a dream. This isn't real. This has got to be a dream. But it wasn't. It was real. So I'm crying. I'm upset. I'm like, finally I just calmed down. I just, what's the word? I came to I accepted the fact. I thought, this is my last day. I'm going to die. They're going to kill me. They're going to, like more or less euthanize me, and I'm going to be dead. It's weird how this calmness just comes over you. Stop. Okay. I get back to that emotion. I just need to get this out and be done. Because I cannot stay in this energy, this emotion like this. So the next thing I know, here comes that big, tall, bald-headed nurse doctor. I'm not sure what he was. Um, and he says, and he's holding a needle, and he says, it's time for you to shut up. And he injected me with something. And I woke up 2 days later. This was Friday, you know, it had to be after midnight because it showed up as Saturday, but it was like Friday night though. When I woke up, it was Sunday evening. I woke up in the hospital Sunday evening, okay? So they had me knocked out for 2 days. I don't know what they were doing. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you. They started sending me bills. I cannot believe they started sending me bills, which is going to be their downfall. Because, first of all, they think I'm paying this. They're out of their minds. Secondly, my every intention is to sue that police department, sue this hospital. I'm just having a hard time getting any lawyer to listen to me or anything. It's amazing to me. I thought, you know, lawyers and the law was put into place to protect we the people, to protect our rights, our constitutional rights, our, you know, just to protect us. It seems anymore, unless you have money, a lot of money, and you've committed a huge crime, they don't want anything to do with you. And I don't mean that. I should not say that, but it seems like there's a lot going on to where if you've committed a lot of murder, rape, all kinds of horrific things, if you have money, you can get a lawyer and you can get out of it. They're going to fight for you. But me and the children and human trafficking and all these crimes against humanity are going on, and I will not quit the fight. Anyhow, I'm going to quit going on that rampage there. But anyhow, their downfall is sending me these. I'm not no dummy. Let me first of all show you these bills, which are very odd. Okay, so they did, let me put this back down. Let me do this for a minute. This is what I find very weird. They took a CAT scan. I've been billed for a CAT scan of my brain and chest x-rays, okay? First of all, why did they do that? This is all I was under. I don't know. When I woke up, I had sticky things all over my body. I mean, my thighs, my back, my chest, they were clear on me, little sticky squares throughout my body, all over me. It was just weird. But I find it very, very fascinating that they wanted to take a CAT scan of my brain and they wanted to take a chest x-ray. I find that very, very interesting. First of all, I never told them about my visions, but obviously I think they were aware of them. The only thing I ever talked about was the photos that I took on my camera. I never talked about any kind of visions, okay? They sent in, when I woke up, first of all, I wanted to use the phone right away to call my son here in South Dakota to pick me up. I'm sure nobody knew where I was for days, what was going on. First, they tried to refuse me, and I told them, I said, you cannot, you have to let me use the phone. I'm not a prisoner here. I want a phone, give me a phone now. And I did get a phone. But each time I wanted to use the phone, it was very difficult, okay? I was refused, I was told they wanted to know who, I had to go through certain, it was just insanity. Anyhow, then next thing I know, they send in, by the way, my son did come, him and my ex, his father, we haven't been together in like 25 years. My son and his father drove straight through to get me. It was like they were there in 15 hours. And I've never been more thankful and happy to see anybody in my life. I was happy just to be breathing, to tell you the truth. But let me tell you, in my experience, they sent in this woman who's a psychiatrist, and she sits down, she says, well, everyone in the staff here thinks you need to be, are going to admit you to a psychiatric ward. And I looked at her, I said, no, they're not. And she goes, excuse me. I said, they can't. And she looked at me strange and said, well, why not? I said, because I'm not there's more, there's a few reasons. Let me just give you the top couple, okay? This is what I told her. I said, firstly, I'm not a I'm not a danger to myself or to anyone else. Secondly, there's no family members. It takes at least 2 family members to do that, and there's none here claiming that I need that. Okay, so there's 2 right there. Thirdly, I was kidnapped off the streets by the police against my will and forced to come here to your so-called hospital, whatever your satanic hospital here, or whatever this is here, against my will, against my rights. Because remember, I have free will. So I was put into a situation where I was terrified. I was terrified for my life, not understanding what was going on. I was forced to stay here. I was strapped down to a gurney, knocked out, and had tests run on me for 2 days. I said, and so my reaction to be hysterical, to be highly emotional, to be in fear of my life is all logical and within, by all means, all logical expression. I mean, it was logical for me to be expressing those emotions. Anyone who was put into my situation unwillingly would react the same. So I'm not delusional. And she just looked at me. This is what I find so odd. She just looked at me like, I can't do anything because of this. Then this other woman, this one that was supposed to be my nurse, comes walking in. She's like, so are we ready for transport to the psych ward, the psych unit, you know. And this woman that's supposed to be a psychiatrist says, you know, we can't. And that woman looked at her all confused. Well, what do you mean? She said, because she's not a danger to anyone, to herself or anyone else. And also, in the situation she was in, it would be within logic for her to express those kind of emotions and be in that kind of state. And they just looked at each other. And I'm watching this, and I'm watching them look at each other, and I'm finding this very interesting. I mean, I'm observing this, and I'm like, and it occurred to me, well, let me first, so that woman stands up, walks the other woman, and they start whispering and walk out of the room, and I'm thinking, there was that. But what I found very amazing is, okay, so humanity is at war here, very much in the 3D, but it's so much more than that, people. It's so much more. If you don't think that this is not spiritual warfare going on, you're very much mistaken. But here's the beauty of it. Up there in the ethers, in the universe, or spiritual warfare, there are laws that you have to follow. They have to be followed. Universal laws that just are. They trump everything. And I don't care if you're light or dark, they have to be followed. So, the only way for these darker energies, whatever you want to call them, for them, the only way that they can take over your life and put you into the world that they want, their reality, their world, is by you giving it freely, a free will. So let me give you an example. So say you've got a spiritual healer. You know, they're very spiritual, and they're able to heal others, okay? And let's say they walk into a room and full of people, and there happens to be somebody over here that's very sick that's sitting in a chair. That healer could not just stand there and heal that person. And the reason is, unless that person gives of their free will for them to heal them, and that person believes this, they're unable to be healed. So that's what I mean. The dark have to follow the same rules as the light. They're universal laws. They trump everything. And this is in all situations. I want you to remember that. I don't want to get too much into that because I can get off on other things. I just want to stay in this one subject right now. But I'm going to show you these bills that they gave. Oh, so first of all, they billed me $501 for that. They considered that woman coming in and saying what she said to me a psychiatric evaluation. It's not a psychiatric evaluation I've ever had. While I was knocked out for 2 days, which is crazy to me. I mean, I don't know what all they did to me for 2 days. It was Sunday night when I woke up. This was Friday evening, but after midnight, sometime after midnight, okay? I wake up Sunday night. I don't know what's God knows what all they did to me, but I do know they took a CAT scan of my brain, and they took a chest x-ray. Remember again, I never told them about my visions, but I very much think, no, I'm going to tell you, I know that they were aware of it. I think that's why they did this. They wanted to run tests on me, obviously. Um, but let me show you these. Oh, another thing is, every single one of these bills, so when you go to the hospital, and let's say you're admitted, and you get a bill from that hospital, you pay that hospital, right? All these bills, they're from different places, imaging companies, blah, 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 blah. And all of them get paid to P.O. boxes in other states. That is really weird. So let me show you this. I hope you can see this. Let me see that one. I can't see what let me flip this around. Can I flip this? I don't show my face with that. Just a minute. Where's my flipper? There's no flipper. Where is it? Okay. So, is that showing through? So this one here, this is the psych evaluation, $501.31, done at Memorial Medical Center on, that's payment due date, okay. Statement date, that was 11/23 of 19, but anyways, let me go down to here. Hope that's getting on there. Here this is. This is to be mailed to P.O. Box 19,000, right? Or 19000, sorry, I got my glasses on, Belfast, Maine. Okay, so this gets sent there. Here I was in, I want to show you Memorial Medical Center, PHC, Las Cruces Incorporated. Okay, so that's for that so-called psych evaluation. Here, this one right here, this is my, I want to make sure I got enough light. I don't know. I'll learn how to operate this better. This one is my, what is this? Oh, my discharge. No. Oh, x-ray right here. Chest x-ray and head brain CAT scan. Okay? Is that getting on there? I hope so. I'm sure it is. Okay? And then this gets mailed to P.O. Box 207167 in Dallas, Texas. Okay? Really weird. And then this is my hospital discharge for Memorial Medical Center. This one gets paid to P.O. Box 630707 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay? Weird. They want $292 for that one. Did I already tell you that this one gets paid to a, this bill here, did you see, gets paid to a P.O. Box 14099, Belfast, Maine. And there was one to Indiana somewhere, too, that gets paid to Indiana. I don't know where that one went. But anyhow, another one goes to a P.O. Box in Indiana. So, I guess I'm just putting this out here. I wanted to tell my story and tell you what I know. And people, I know if there's one grain of truth to what I'm telling you, and there's a million grains of truth to what I'm telling you, it warrants being looked into. We're talking about children here. We're talking about, I don't want to dwell on that too much here right now. I've already spoken about it. All I know is I had to do this. Like I said, I'd rather die right here, right now in my truth and fighting. I will not abandon them. I will not abandon them. It's not who I am. It's not in alignment with who I am. I have struggled with this, and after making that first video yesterday and putting it out there, it was like the weight of the world was lifted off of me. The reason I've struggled with putting it out there is I didn't know, how could I make anyone believe me? Because let me address the pictures I took. I had those pictures. I knew I wouldn't be able to get out with those pictures. When I got out of the hospital and went back to my friends, my phone was gone. Um, when I bought a new phone and tried to log into my Google account where everything's backed up to, it couldn't be found, and I wasn't surprised by that in the least. Um, but the only one that has anything to lose here right now would be me. I'm the only one. I'm putting myself out there. This is such a, I know, unimaginable things that I'm telling you, but it's what I have to do. I have to do. But I have faith in the collective. I have faith in humanity. I know that something's going to come of this. I know that I was supposed to take those pictures. I was put there for a reason. This is not by coincidence. This is all supposed to happen. I know that. So I put all my trust and faith in divine Holy Spirit, the universe, my ancestors, my guardian angels, the archangels, Gaia. I feel so much better today. I'm just, God bless you, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.